Good morning, soldiers! You're watching C1 and only. My name is AJ, and we're back on some pixel art. And a very military episode today, very military, as we are doing a tank. Probably the most military thing you can get. I don't think anything else really comes to mind when you say military. You usually think of tanks and jets and guns and cool stuff like that. So yeah, big old tank. And this one took 3 hours 40 minutes to do. I was chatting to some subscribers at the time, so I worked a little bit slow while I was chatting to them and replying to messages and stuff like that. But we got it done, it was no problem. And like normal, I've put the image in the bottom right hand side of the screen there, and like normal, the top half of the screen is my controller, my profile. The bottom half is my girlfriend's profile, which I've just set up there on split screen, so you can see it be built very quickly, because it's not much point looking at the top screen when it's sped up this fast. You can't really see much. So yeah, the original tank picture that I used was more green than the tank that you see in the bottom right hand corner there. But there's only two types of green in Minecraft. There's only two shades of them, and one of them's a crap green. One of them's a lime green, which is no good for pixel art unless you're doing something very bright green. And the other green isn't really the best anyway, and only having one shade of green to use, you're not going to be able to get too much shading with it, or no shading at all with it, in fact. So what I done is I took it into Photoshop, took the picture into Photoshop, and I made it a little bit more brown, so I could see what it looks like a little bit more brown. It's still sort of greeny on the picture there, but what I done when I built it is anything that was sort of a greeny tone, I changed to a brown tone. So now it's a desert camouflage tank, which I think looks cooler than the original green one you'll see at the end. And yeah, the interesting part is my blocks on the hotbar there. I've got 8 blocks in the bed that I used to sleep at night, obviously, but they never change. A couple of times you might see me put a speed potion on to speed me up while filling in some big areas, but apart from that, none of the blocks change. I only use 8 different blocks in this build, which is all 3 types of wood: the birch, the oak, and the is it pine? I don't know. No, it's not pine. I can't remember what that is. The white wool and snow, sandstone, brown wool and black wool, and they're the only 8 colours used in this whole build. Like normal, it's 200 blocks wide by 100 blocks high. It's a really nice size to work with. You can sort of get a lot of detail in there, and it stays entirely in the render area, and you get the blue sky behind it. Some people say, why don't you build it on the floor? You can make the pixel art a lot bigger. I don't really like the green behind it. I like to have the sun shining behind it, the blue sky. It looks like it's moving. It looks a lot more three-dimensional instead of just a normal pixel art. So yeah, the other change you might have noticed on this video is I've got some music in the background, some cool funky military sort of R&B music that I found. And yeah, I done that because a load of you were saying in the comments and sending me messages and telling me, going, AJ, use music in the background. AJ, you need to put music in the background, it makes it more interesting. Put music in the background, put this, put that. So I've done it, okay guys? You won. You win. Fine. I put some damn music in the background. I hope you're enjoying it. you know, I'm only joking. So yeah, got some music in there. I like the music. I think it sounds really cool. So good call on that, guys. We shall have music in the episodes to come, in the pixel art episodes. It definitely adds something to it. So doing the main barrel of the gun here. The barrel was a really fun bit to do because the barrel is round. You can get a really nice shade on the barrel from the darker woods, and then rotate them around to the lighter woods and the sandstone at the top. And as you can see, it does look very three-dimensional. It looks very round. But you know, with pixel art, it's only 1 block deep. So I'm really happy with that hat turned out. And we're just finishing off by doing the rest of the rotating part of the tank at the top there. If you enjoyed it, by the way, and you like the music, and you think it's an improvement to the normal quietness and just me talking, then hit that like button, please, and smack that like button for this tank. 3 hours, nearly 4 hours of constant work, so I'd really appreciate it. You have been, over the last God knows how many episodes, to be honest, you've really been supporting me in the like department side of things, and I really appreciate that. It really does mean a lot. I enjoy making them, and I love it to see, and love to be able to know that you guys are really enjoying it. And the best way for you to do that is by hitting that like button. If you haven't already as well, please subscribe. I do a pixel art about once every week, and we've got a load of other stuff going on the channel. It's a crazy place to be, and we're very crazy all together. So there it is, all finished. I'm really, really happy how it turned out. I think it looks really, really cool. One of my favourite ones yet. It might even be my favourite one yet. I think this one and the F1 car. All the other pixel arts will be linked in the description below. So we shall see you then, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Go and check out the other pixel arts if you haven't already in the description below. And yeah. Bye!